Yeah, hello guys. So this is XAUUSD charts, and I've already started analyzing the charts already. I caught a sell on Friday and I held the sell down till the opening of the market, which is on Sunday night. And once as the market opened, hit my TP about 366 pips, and I was risking just 52 pips to catch this move. So this is around 1 to 6 thereabouts, yeah, 1 to 6 hour, and it was a successful trade. So for this week and for today being Monday, we can see that gold is still on a downtrend, as we can see, and it's creating beautiful structures: lower low, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. This is a lower low that was created, and this is a lower high. This is another lower low here, and we're expecting another lower high here. But there's something that happened here from the higher time frame that I want you guys to take note of. This is a very valid zone here, a very valid zone. As you can see, when price reversed back to this zone, today rejecting back up from this first rejection here, you can see the same thing also happened from this particular point here. When you go to that same zone, price rejected back to the upside, and the same thing happened on this particular side too. So there's a possibility that we might also decide to want to buy this market first before selling it. You understand? We might want to buy it before selling it, and if we want to be patient enough, we can also wait for the market to move up to this zone to give us a third touch around this zone, because that's what we simply trade: third touch of a trend line, either the third touch of a trend line or a break and retest of that same trend line. Now if you can see around this zone here, this was a break of this trend line, so automatically we're expecting a retest on this particular trend line here. This my major trend line here, then this counter trend line here. Now we already have two touches on it, and automatically we're expecting a third touch too. And if you can see, they are both intersecting on a particular point. That's why I'm using that particular side as my POI. You understand? So once I see this, I'm going to be shorting XAUUSD, and I can also decide to buy it before it gets to that particular point. Now let's go to the lower time frame and see what the lower time frame is telling us, which is the 1 hour time frame. Alright, on the 1 hour time frame too, you can see it's trying to respect this particular support zone, which is here. And you know, gold to be a pair that only trade from zone to zone. It respects zones very well, key zones especially. It respects them very well. You understand? And if you look at the pattern in which I'm expecting markets to run, if you look at where I drew this direction line, you see that I'm actually expecting the market to do two things. And you know, in forex we have to keep our minds open. We have to keep our minds open to opportunities. You understand? Because the market can decide to get to this point and then give us a double top and start dropping. So the reason why I do this is because the market is actually on a downtrend. You understand? It's actually on a downtrend. So if it gets to this place and then it gives me double top here, either on the 1 hour or on the 15 minutes time frame, because I use my 15 minutes for entry. If I see a clear double top there, I'm going to be shorting the market. You understand? I'm going to be shorting the market, because overall the movement of gold, the trend of gold is on an uptrend. It's on an uptrend, but it's beginning to change trend. You understand? It's giving us a short reversal sales. So if we don't get the opportunity to buy, definitely we are going to be selling. You understand? So but anything that makes this price to break above this particular zone here, then we expect a retest. Once we get that retest, we buy. That's why I drew this. And then when we buy and the price is getting to this zone, we exit the market and start positioning ourselves for more sell opportunities. Understand? So this is more like my weekly analysis for my weekly buyers for gold. Let's see what the daily time frame is saying. You can also see that on the daily time frame too. Price got to this particular zone and started rejecting back up. Same thing that happened here. You go to this particular zone, started rejecting back up. And also, if I see price break out of this particular line here, this one, it automatically tells me that gold is about to start falling. Because if you can see from this particular point up here, you can see that gold has given us 3 different tops, equal levels, 3 different tops, indicating that this zone is a very powerful zone. You understand? It's a very powerful zone, and we're expecting price to start dropping from that zone. And this is more like the all-time high for gold, and it has gotten to that particular pace 3 consecutive times. So automatically we're expecting price to fall. You understand? We're expecting price to fall. So it's either price breaks out of this zone and then we short, or it goes back up, give us a retest, or it goes back up, give us a retest on this particular line here. Once you give us this retest on this particular line, then we short it to somewhere around here. We short it to around this particular zone here. You understand? So I'm going to be having something like this. You get, because this zone is a very powerful zone, this particular zone. So it's either you get to this zone or you get to this zone too. Like I said, I analyzed this earlier, so that's why you can see other lines on my chart. So it's either price gets to this zone, so that price gets to this zone, or it gets to this particular zone here. So any action that price does once when it gets to this particular zone, this particular support zone here, will determine if I'm still going to short it down to this zone, or from here I will start buying. You understand? Because it looks like the market wants to even start consolidating itself. You get, because price broke this last resistance, came here to give us a retest, and that was the second touch of this my major trend line. Then it pushed back up to equal level as this. Now it's coming down, it broke this my major trend line. Automatically it's telling me that price still has potential to drop. You understand? Still has potential to drop. So once it drops to this particular zone, I have double bottom here. So if price now breaks this particular zone down and then give me a retest, I'll keep shorting. But if it gives me buy confluences, then definitely I'm going to consider with a buy. I'm going to consider with a buy, because it's only when price breaks this zone that I will be convinced that price has changed character. That's the only time I'll be convinced that price has changed character, because overall gold is on a bullish trend. It's on a bullish trend, as you can see. You understand? But currently it's consolidating on the daily time frame. Consolidating on the daily time frame. So we can expect price to fall to this particular zone here. From here we can now know whatever it is we want to do, because the breakout of that consolidation is what will determine the next direction that gold is going to take. If it's going to continue going bullish and then maybe break its all-time high, or start falling down. You understand? And as you guys all know, gold has always been an appreciating pair. It has always been appreciating. You understand? So let's watch out for any updates. I'll drop it on my Telegram group. I'm going to send the setup on my Telegram group. If you're interested in joining my Telegram group, the link is on my bio. You can just tap in and then join up. Also, I trade BTC/USD and I trade GBPUSD also. So this one here is a setup I caught on BTC/USD. I analyzed this particular pair since on Thursday. Yeah, I think it's on Thursday, and I was expecting markets to come and give me a third touch on my trend line, and on that third touch zone I have a particular zone also. You understand? I have a particular zone also. So I'm expecting price to fall from this particular point down to this zone here. So I'm still selling BTC/USD. I'm holding BTC/USD to get to this particular zone here, and this is around me risking 50 pips to catch around 943 pips, or let's just say 900 pips thereabout. And you can see from the 4 hours I already have double top, which is a very good entry criteria for me. Having a double top, which I call M pattern, you can see that the market is really doing well. It's really doing well. It's really doing well. Let's check GBPUSD. Let's check GBPUSD. Let's analyze GBPUSD together. So on the higher time frame too, from these rejections here, I think we can say that GBPUSD is trying to retrace down, but overall is on a bullish trend. Overall is on a bullish trend, but we can say that it's trying to reverse down. You get? So now we are going to identify some of our key levels, plot our trend lines too. So GBP has been able to break past this zone, and it has given us a retest, telling us that it's still pushing up, but we still have another valid zone around here. We still have a valid zone here, and price is still yet to come back to retest that particular zone. So let's go to the 4 hours and see what price is doing on the 4 hours. So on the 4 hours we have price doing something like this. Okay, so the way I plot my trend line is I look for levels like this with equal tops or equal bottoms. Then I draw my trend line starting from the second leg of that particular zone. You understand? And then link it together with other zones I see up. So let's plot this our trend line and see how far. So this is what we are going to be having on this particular trend line here, indicating that price has broken this particular zone and we are expecting sales. Let's draw our counter trend line and see. This is our counter trend line. So we've missed a very good sell opportunity on GBPUSD this morning. We missed a very good sell opportunity on GBPUSD. I would have sold from this particular point here down to this zone here. Down to this zone. But let's see if we can still get a retracement back up to still be a valid entry for us. You can see that on the 30 minutes that's giving me double tops already. So you can see, guys. So I was supposed to take my sell entry immediately after the break of this particular neckline here. My TP will be around here, my SL will be above that zone, which is about 17 pips. Let's see what the 15 minutes is saying, which is my entry point. You can see. So immediately after the close of this candle here, I was supposed to have taken my entry and then put my SL above. But let's wait and see if price is going to give us a retest on the neckline, which it's supposed to give us a retest on the neckline. We're already late on this trade, so we can't take it. Automatically, we are going to wait for price to come back up, give us a retest on this our neckline, and then trigger our entry. Then we ride it to the downside, because we have a third touch already. This is the first touch, this is the second touch, this is the third touch, and on the third touch we have double top, meaning that price is failing to break this particular zone. You understand? So we'll be expecting a retest on this particular zone. Once we get this retest, we are going to take our sales on GBPUSD, and our SL is above this zone here. Above this zone, we are risking 17 pips to make around 100 pips. But usually I trade 1 to 3 RR. That's what I usually trade. So once my trade setup gives me 1 to 3, automatically close it even without the trading hitting my TP on trading view. Automatically close it. Just trying to stick to my rule. You understand? Let's try to stick to my rule. So this is my setup for GBPUSD, and I'm going to be sharing this with my Telegram channel right now. I'm going to be sharing this with them.
Stay back on your side. If you don't get money, stay back. If you don't get money, stay back. Look at balance na zero. Stay back on your side. If I dey go by this, stay home.
Yeah, so this is my Telegram channel with about 58 members, Blue Pips FX. Yeah, we just started, so we're not really plenty on the group. It's been long. I used my laptop to run my Telegram channel. Usually I use my tab, that's why you can see that it's taking time to kind of refresh. You get, so we'll just give it a little time to refresh. The messages I know are going to be very plenty, so it's going to take a little while. Let's just chill. So in waiting for that, let's just go back to our trading view and see what's up. Let me copy the link to this. Yeah. Copy the link. Successfully copy. Alright. I think I just sent the chat. I wanted them my outlook for GBPUSD. So that's that. And then let me send that of my XAUUSD also. Let me send that of XAUUSD also. So this is XAUUSD. I'm not using the 30 minutes time frame, so going to be clearer. Yeah, so I think that's that for that. So if you are interested in joining my Telegram group, you can click on the link on my bio. My Telegram link is there, and then just join up. As you can see, we are just 58 members already. So you can join up and let's share trade ideas together. Let's trade together. Let's make money together. You know the vibe. So that will be all for now. Hoping to see you guys on the Telegram channel. So I'm going to be dropping an update after the video on my Telegram group. That's if the setup has aligned. We're going to drop an update, tell them when it's set to buy and tell them when it's set to sell, so that everybody can eat from the signal. You understand? That's how we do it here. We get a setup, we drop it, we all eat together. That's how we do. If you want to be part of the family, just join up. And also, if you want to sign up for the VIP signal group, it's also available. Just hit me up. And if it's for mentorship too, you can also hit me up. And then let's do what we have to do to chase the money together. You understand? Let's go, guys. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, so guys, I hope we're able to learn something from the video, the chart breakdown and analysis we did earlier. Please don't forget, if you would like contents like this more often, don't forget to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, and let's get educated together. You understand? And if you notice anything or you have any question you want to ask, you can also comment on the comment section. Leave a comment on the comment section, and I'll check it and definitely respond to it. Definitely. See you guys on the next one.